5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You now rocking with the best.
Hey, Ron, it's your birthday.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Here I am, God damn it. Nigga, when you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, him.
Oh, but yeah, motherfuckers, I'm part of the show.
Whole lot of action. Lori is here. One five. Girl, world is here. Yeah, we know it's all a kill. Everybody with the kill. Hey, so.
Hey, Doodoo.
Here I am.
The motherfucking link.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Here I am, God damn it. Woo!
You can thank me later, fellas.
Hey, yo, Joe.
Move on, baby. Ladies, so, yo, right now. I'm ready to go right now. Oh, Baby B, hold up. Perfect shit. Go down. 5 double O in the building, too, yo.
Just one, right? The one I gave you, you give me 6, right? That's one. One was 6. One makes me 7.
That's what we're talking about right there, Kevin.
Goodbye, man.
Let's rock. Red, mean sweet, let's go. Oh, no. I need the pop, 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 pop.
Let me get it together, y'all. Hang on 1 second.
I might need a few extra minutes.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Yeah. Oh, here I am, God damn it. Yeah. Nigga, when you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, him. That's what you're supposed to do when you hear your mom and your daddy talking. That's what you're supposed to do. But I wonder what a lot of you do. Do. Get it? A lot of you motherfuckers out here running mouth and don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I want to get off into understandings that we've been given as grown folks. Here we go. Check this out. You know, a lot of people say money talk. Money talk, bullshit walk. I get that. But I got a better saying. Money talk, bullshit walk, but wealth and power whispers. Let me say it again. Money talks, bullshit walks, but wealth and power whispers. Listen, you know, they always say you can tell who the biggest bully on the block, and, you know, they always know who to fuck with and who not to mess with and who not to mess with and all of that kind of stuff. It's true. It's true. You know who's got the power by who you can actually talk about, who you can actually speak up on without any kind of ramifications or repercussions. Yeah. look, man, I want to talk about it, but you know what? First and foremost, let me see if I can gather some folks together to rally around this situation. If you look at the show, man, you just logging in. This is Romello Marcellus show. I'm he and he is me. And man, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell, man, to get your notifications. I need you. I got to build this platform, man. Finally, go ahead and do it. Stop playing around with it. If you follow me, you know, if you're on the Instagram, man, listen, click on, tap me, Romello.Marcellus.show. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what it is. Romello.Marcellus.show. All right. And also on Facebook, man, follow me. Let me know you came through. Go to the Romello Show page, man, and follow me. Yeah. Shout out to all of our people that are down there in these paths of the hurricane, man, and you know, going through their situations where they're lacking the help and provision that they need to get by. Check in on your people if you got people down there, man, in the path of those things, man, or those that are existing in the aftermath of the first one that just came through. Make sure they're well, man, and keep them lifted in prayer. And all you getting, man, get you some understanding about everything that's going on around you, because it's a lot bigger than all of us. A lot of the things we are watching are merely distractions and different psyops so that other people that are whispering with the wealth and power are doing to allude to the other things that they want to happen. Yeah. Malcolm X said years ago, they break their tools when they're finished with them. Let me say it again. They break their tools when they're finished with them. They break their tools when they're finished with them. Think about how many brothers that have stood the test of time, prospering and profiting while pushing agendas, and when the agenda or that time was done, they take it all back. Yeah. With the D's: discredit, destroy, disassociate. Yeah. Usually, we can get an individual, to be discredited. They're no longer valuable. That means that we have totally severed ties with you. There's nothing else you can do for us to earn. There's no other people or no sheeple you can drive to us we can use. You have truly overstepped your boundaries and outwore your welcome. So we're going to do what we need to do to end you. You're not going to ever go off into the sunset and live out there on pastures that are green. There was a guy, man, I was on the pound with, and his story kind of went the same way. He was in business, big business, legitimate guy. It was about his business, and you know, things go awry. But it took one thing to happen to him, and that wasn't pleasing to the individual that was, I guess we could say his boss or benefactor or partner. Whoever it was the one that was over everything for them, and the one he was actually making money for. It was at the tune of maybe 30 million, which was his profit on this situation. Do you know, excuse my French, man, and I'm not one of those guys, man, but I have to speak truth to the light. Do you know that this white guy got on his private jet and flew across this country and went to this man's door and rang his doorbell, boom, boom, and told him, "You won't spend a dime of that $30 million you just got from me." And do you know, shortly thereafter, that man was sitting in chains and in bars, and he gave up almost 20 years of his life before he was able to get back. These are people that are in the shadows that you don't even hear about walking around, that have prospered that much. Now, we look at people that look like us, all of the quote unquote black excellent brothers. Yeah. That put together their cliques in public. Yeah. Without really vetting each other and doing the homework on each other and really looking at each other, and hindsight got some slight. But this is what we do. And then when the rock is thrown, everybody backs away. A lot of motherfuckers should be ashamed of themselves who rolled around with this man. And I'm talking about Diddy. Eating at this man's house, traveling with this man, claiming his children as their godchildren and uncles and OGs and everything else. And then when it comes time for them babies to walk into the courthouse, they walking in there by themselves without any moral support. You know who you are. I ain't got to call you out. I'm not clout chasing, but I'm just stating the fact. What I do know is your conscience will eat you up at some point in time, not unless you were a heartless bastard, and a lot of you are. And this is going to probably be the fate of you at some point in time, because trust me, it ain't just stopping with them. You better be in mind and in tune to know that if you took something from the well, God damn it, unless you paying it out your ass, there's going to come a time where you're going to have to pay for what you got. Yeah, your soul is never enough. This is the point where you're dealing with those who are in power and constantly whispering. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna jump on into it, right? If you're just joining the show, here's the topic right here. Boom. Anytime you could turn around and get individuals like Piers Morgan to backpedal on their show about statements that they didn't even make and someone else made on the show off the fly, this lets you know who you can go and pick with. And I'm not knocking individuals for constantly being on the what do they say? Offense is the best defense you could have, because you are forcing an individual to defend themselves based on your attack. That might go over somebody's head, but let me say it again. The best defense you can have is your offense. Yeah. You make a joker have to defend themselves, right? So here you go. Piers Morgan had the show. I don't know whether you watched it or not, where Jaguar Wright was on there and she was making her claims that she's always made. But Beyonce and Jay-Z lawyered up very quickly to protect their reputation and said, hey, you got to take that shit down and you got to make an apology for what's actually going on. You hear me? And, he went on to say, hey, look, we take backpedaling very, very serious, because we just don't do that. And, because he said the show was uncensored. Even in that apology, it's still marketing for Piers and his situation. But here's the thing. Why ain't they go after that girl Jaguar Wright? Jaguar ain't just start talking about that. Just like Gene Deal. He ain't just start talking. Got to be something to it. But here's the thing. When you got power and wealth and you're whispering, you do everything that you can do to protect your reputation, but also to nip any kind of traction to begin surfacing in the press and in the media. So yeah, these two are not going to allow themselves to be tried in the media. And maybe that's a tactic that Sean Combs should have took. He should have been sending those cease and desist letters out to everybody. But the black and white stuff was actually founded. It was there, it was filed, it was done. But everything else, he should have been challenging, and still should be challenging right now. We'll see. But that goes through every aspect of your life. You better recognize who you can deal with and who you can't. Here's the thing. I just stated it. Why ain't they go after the black girl? Is it that she don't have nothing that they can get? Or is her situation going to come in a different form? But here's something, like I said, she's been talking for years. So if no one's came after her, sued her, as so much as touched a hair on her head, is there some truth or some validity there? Or is it that she got the power? I don't know, man. I'm just talking my shit, and I'm on here and I do that, right? Listen, just like grown folks do. Yeah. Nigga, when you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up here. That's what a lot of people doing right now, especially when these people are talking. They shutting the fuck up. But you're going after the low-lying fruit, or excuse me, those that can avail you some fruit because they're controlled by your handlers too. I'm just talking my shit. Listen, it ain't that Piers Morgan couldn't handle a lawsuit, but what really made him backpedal from that situation ain't the beehive. It ain't nothing, Jay. I'm not understanding that. I mean, sure, you could cease and desist, but honestly, from a legal standpoint, I would tell them, suck it. I didn't say it. It was said on my platform, and I actually disclaimed the situation. And the minute it was said, they're not here to defend themselves. And basically, that's not a reflection of me, but it's on my show. I'll say it like this. I don't give a fuck what you got to say about what I say on my show, because I'm going to defend the fact that I have a right to free speech and a free thought. And if it hurts, put some ice on it. Put some ice on it. What I will say too is that the whisperers, they want our boy. They want all our people up front. They need to change the guard now. So be prepared for who they're getting ready to prop up next and put some money in their hand. And, you know, yeah, that part. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on the blame game. Yeah, they lawyered up quick, man. Quick and made that go away. Yeah. If I was Piers, I'd have pushed back. I ain't taking shit down. And it's going to fly the way it's going to fly. As a matter of fact, I'd have did what Petey Green did when he was on the radio and he talked about Barry Gordy. I'd have switched that shit up so many times and say, well, you know what? You know, if they were affiliated with such and such and believed that, you know, in all this time that they were supposed to be and blah, 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 I apologize for calling them that. The apology would have never been an apology is what I'm basically saying. I would have just spent it as I needed to spend it. It would never have changed the circumstance on my show. Yeah, if I'm in a network, what? You can sue me, sue the network. Okay, go ahead. You can get something, get some change. I'll fight you a little bit. But as far as I'm concerned, you don't really need it. You're just trying to prove a point. And that point, I would quickly rebut you, and I would get every aspect of you and who you were and let you know that as long as I'm on this platform that I control on a national scale, every second, every hour would be devoted to you. This would be Jay-Z and Beyonce TV. Every aspect that I could find out about you. Anybody I would get to come and beat the drum and talk about you. I don't give a fuck how quirky it is. Yeah, I'm going to murk the waters. Somebody going to believe something. Actually, I would invest in bringing Jaguar Wright on my platform once a week to just talk about you. Yeah. Straight like that. But see, this is the same element that should be in place when it comes down to people like Diageo, who directly torpedoed or sought to torpedo our brother's business when they reneged on a deal based on him representing their product because he wanted his own brand. And when he spoke out, this is what's happening to him. Retrospectively, what I said, if you are black in this country and you are getting a raw deal, know that it started with you and it ended with you because you're not playing offense. To play offense is have an excellent exit strategy from anything you do with people in business. I don't know, and I can't speak for his exit strategy. I don't know what his clauses were. What I do know is that he's getting his ass handed to him literally at this point in time. And although I address the fact that his children are having to go through this, The laws of this land states that they're mere casualties. Yeah. And it's sad, but so true. There's more to come on this shit. It ain't over. What I do know is that not everybody was dealing with these people, but there's other people that have their own problems with people that they have dealt with and are dealing with. Now, you got a lot of people that are rolling around here that are fearful of what could potentially happen to them. And this is why they're not speaking out. I can promise you the majority of these freaking celebrities are rolling around out here, even rolling around here. I'm telling you right now, you know when you get pulled over when you black while driving, as a man, you begin to think, but damn, what did I do? Do I have anything out there? You thinking 2-3 decades ago. And this is what's happening with these people. This is why no one is actually speaking up. No one wants to begin to become a target for someone who can actually push a pin and who may be in any way bankable to say, yeah, he did X, Y, and Z, or she did X, Y, and Z to me on this particular date and time, and so on and so on. And it's a shame that you got ambulance chasers. I forget the goddamn attorney's name, is willing to throw up an 800 number, and he's got over 3,000 people that are calling, and he's vetting these people. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not pushing nothing, but you know what? He needs to be in the back of an ambulance. A lot of people out here wish you bad, man, when you are on top of your game and you are successful. You want to do something for your own, but this is the only time this happens with us. We're the only people that we can't even get a foothold to really do anything to benefit our own people, because we're taking handouts. As I said before, when you're taking a handout as a man, you got a daddy. Not your daddy, but you got a daddy. And at any given time, your daddy can chastise your ass for doing something that he didn't like to do or like for you to do. Question is, how long is this going to go on? How long? Excuse my French, and I got to let it go because this is just me. You know how fucked up things is in regards to products like this and entertainment and drink and everything. When it comes to consumers, we're the largest consumers in the world, and we control nothing. It's like we have to kind of get to the point where what we used to push in the 80s when everybody was on board to banish apartheid. We have to divest from some shit. We have to divest. And it's harder to do than say, because most, excuse my French, niggas ain't gonna do it because they want their bread. Man, I ain't doing it, man. I'm getting paid. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with a motherfucker like you who believes that getting a check with somebody who doesn't give a fuck about you is more than you and your people. We can't just be out here willy-nilly, man, and allowing our sons and daughters to be touched in ways that they have no recourse. They can't get back. This is merely a lynching. Now, I don't give a fuck what he did to whoever he did it to. And I'm saying this with quotations. I'm speaking to all of those that happened or the shit happened to with folks that were there of their own volition. You came. You got on a plane, train, automobile, put your shit on, you came. And you, unless you are slow and you went to school on the small bus with a helmet on your motherfucking head, you knew what time it was when you went and you got into whatever the fuck you got into. Yeah, the minute you start seeing people take their motherfucking clothes on or off, excuse me, it's on you to decide to say, peace, I'm out. I had enough party tonight. And everybody that's talked about it says, hey man, I was at the parties, but I didn't see that other thing. And if you decide to stay your groupie ass after that situation, everything that happened to you, you wanted it. And I don't appreciate hoe ass niggas and hoe ass chicks that decide they want to show up after the meal tickets dried up and they want to get a check and some recognition. We got to be better, man. If we that bad with each other, man, damn, here's the thing. That's the saying, your enemies will never change, but your friends always do. Robert Nestor Marley said, your enemies will never betray you. Look at all these people that were quote unquote in his space and place that were supposed to be friends and we considered family, but when we were on top, when it was the golden era and everything you heard was Bad Boy, it was Aristar, was this or that. Everybody was, yeah, I'm down with, even to the DJs around the country that he gave the titles to rock boys to play the music to push Diageo's Poison in the clubs and across the counters and everywhere. You haven't heard a peep in solidarity from none of them. None of them. Yeah. Bunch of fuck shit. I'm going to tell you like this. Once again, on this platform, I'm going to ride with him. I don't give a fuck what he get convicted of or what he do. I'm riding with my people. I don't give a shit if it was you. I'm riding with you because I see the bigger picture. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody that was with the shits, it was with the shits. Yeah. Now that girl, like I said before, because she was with him, she should get paid some palimony. Palimony. You can have a motherfucker come live with you in your house. Do you understand this? Live with you in your house. And you ain't got to be in a relationship. A motherfucker can sue you for palimony and get a check based on how they were living with you. You don't believe me? Google it. Do your homework. Yeah. Now back to the people who was whispering with the wealth. Yeah, money talk. Got to look at the individuals out who's flexing their quote unquote wealth. Yeah. Those are the jokers that are rich. I used to say this about block dudes. Block dudes walk around, they got a shoebox and they got some money in their pocket, but that's as far as it's gonna go. When the people run down on them, they got bail money and a portion for lawyer. Once they blow trial, they living off the land and making phone calls. Can you send me some money, put it on books? Can you send me some money to put it on my books? Those are those. And the same things you see in the public eye as you see jokers moving around, they're pulling out things and doing things. That's the extent of them. You have to ask yourself, if a joker's out here, he's making, or excuse me, quote unquote, they were paying. Let's say they were paying what they were paying him or Sean. They were paying Puff $60 million a year. This is what Diageo was paying him for the situation with Ciroc, about $60 million a year. You have to know that sound business dictates that your increase needs to be 3 to 4 times what you are investing or laying out, or it's not a good investment. To double your money it's loss. The risk is too high. So if they were making or paying him $60 million, what do you really believe that they were making? Yeah. Listen, nightclubs, restaurants, liquor stores, their accounts of what they were, but a lot of the liquor stores, they get back on basically, nightclubs get back on buybacks and stuff like that, but at the same time, they're still making the money. So, let me put it to you like this. Let's say you was a pimp and you got a stable of 6. The rest are doing well. They all right, but you got this one. And let's say now you're in this day and age where you ain't even talking about the blade. She up in a suite, or he up in a suite. Whatever your stable look like. But this one is so hot that they touching what they touching at whatever the price is, and per hour they got 4 or 5 jokers waiting downstairs in different parts of this place to get up there. And now All of a sudden, this motherfucker says, shit, I'm out of here. I'm going to go get my own suite and do my own thing. You really believe that that will be allowed to happen? They're going to break the tool. Or there'll be some sort of pressure put on the tool that the tool's going to have to recalibrate and get back to work. People don't know. I guess you don't know. I guess people don't know. But the boy got a payout from these people. Yeah. We're just retrospectively back to what I said. These people got on whatever they got on and probably sent word to him and said, well, you won't live in a manner in which you've been living to spend a dime of what you got from us. We'll get it all back, or we'll make sure you don't have it. We'll destroy you. Yeah. But you got these two goofies. You got J and B. They doing what they screwed ass to do. And all the moving, no one said anything about them, right? Like I said, the best defense is an offense. Let's say somebody pulled up on him, Jay-Z, and said, yeah, I'm going to expose you for messing with that young girl that you was creeping around with, because he was creeping around with his now wife before they became an item. Yeah. And her and Aaliyah, and that distance between her and R. Kelly was about the same. But no one's speaking on that. But I guess because his wife was a willing participant, I don't know, but I know that in many states that's against the law. They wasn't just hanging out. Yeah. And there's a lot that's going on around that. But who am I to say? Allegedly, excuse me. Yeah. I'm just saying the best defense is an offense. And if anyone says anything, you receive that cease and desist. It's on you whether you want to proceed and go forward. And if not, the people are going to come see you, and there's going to be issues. Yeah, like I said before, I don't give a fuck. I want all the smoke. I want it all. I'll show you how to work it. I'll show you how to work with it. I don't give a shit. Piers Morgan, here's to you, buddy. Yeah, it wouldn't be me. You ain't gonna tell me about nothing that shouldn't be known. Yeah, if it's known, I'm gonna talk about it. If it's known, I'm going to talk about it. Hey, evidence is everywhere. I could just point to it. It's there. Yeah. I always say it's not what you know, but what you can prove. And I'm not doing no hearsay. Yeah. I came on here, like I said, man, to talk my shit. Talk my shit. If you're just getting in, man, here's what I'm talking about. Beyonce and Jay-Z's lawyer, they lawyered up quick, man, and went after Piers Morgan about Jaguar rights comments about them and their dealings and how they were monsters and putting people on planes and trains and automobiles unconscious, and even alluded to them putting Aaliyah on a plane unconscious, on the plane unconscious, or they knew about it, and how they have their grand or nasty sexcapades with folks and all of that good stuff. Thus they saying, allegedly. Yeah. Hopefully somebody will hear me. I don't know, man. We talking about this. Maybe I'll get shadow banned because I know that I'm who I am. And as I said before, money talks, bullshit walks, but wealth and power whisper. Yeah. You got to recognize, man, if you look around, who don't we see? What is it that we don't see right now in the midst of all of this? What is it we're not seeing? We're not seeing something. Yeah. Look here. Take the time, reevaluate yourself, look at the things that have been going on, whether it be the election, whether it be the climate, whether it be the war over in the Middle East, whether it's the UFOs and the aliens and Anunnaki and all the stuff that people are talking about right now. And then take a self-check. Check your spirit, check your heart and mind. Make sure that you ain't deceiving yourself. Yeah. What I will say about all of this, man, is that as much as we believe that this is happening, it ain't happening. But it can happen. It can happen to you and me. Just that quick. The man act is real. A lot of y'all traveling around out here, man, stop posting your pictures where you're traveling with your woman and your man. Somebody put them people on you and come pick you up. Being out there on the man act. Y'all think it's funny. It's real. This is really what these people are sitting here for. They're sitting in here for booking strippers that flew in to do different things. I mean, people may say they went, but there's a lot of other folks that are sitting out here too. I'm sure they're sweating bullets. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna. I don't do no whole bunch of. I don't like to do the name dropping, especially when it's exposure involved, and that's kind of what I'm just dancing around it. All right. Listen. I came on, I talked my shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you long, man. If you like the show, once again, man, listen. Yeah. Hit subscribe, man. Hit the like, smash the bell. Let me know you came through. Leave it in the comments. Got any ideas or show suggestions, man? Let me know too. Hit me on Insta Slut, man. Let me know you came through. Yeah. And on Facebook. I'm on Twitch too. Also on X. And you can listen to me, man, on Spotify, Apple Music. Yeah, I'm there. I'm not gonna confuse you with everything else, but yeah, that's me. I'm out here. I'm in these streets. I came and I stopped through. I did it. Yeah. And I'm gone. Peace.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert! All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.